This is Cobalt Z, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and welcome to Rimworld. This is a game by Ludion Studios. It's greenlit on Steam, but is not available on Steam yet. It's available directly from the developer for the cheapest version is $30. I'm going to create a world here and just show you how this game works. New colony. This game has a storyteller, 3 versions. Cassandra Classic is sort of a normal. Actually, the main thing is creates events on a steadily increasing challenge. Phoebe Base Builder is kind of easy mode in a way. And Randy Random will throw anything at you. Within each of these, there is a range going from builder mode, which is easiest, to extreme challenge. So, 3 different storytellers who handle things differently, and difficulty levels within that. What does this AI storyteller do, you ask? I'll give you an example from a recent game I played. In that game, a fire started near my settlement and was spreading. My people were not doing a very good job. Actually, they were ignoring the fire altogether when they should have been putting it out, and it was spreading into the area where it was going to start destroying things. Cassandra Classic at that point brought a rainstorm which put the fires out. So that's basically how the storytellers work. They also bring things like pirate attacks and etc. I've tried this 5 times, and and each of those 5 times the game has crashed. So I'm a little tense. Okay, these are your 3 characters. You start with 3 colonists, basically. There are different ways to gain additional people later on. And in my experience, usually you reach a point where 1 or 2 more can make a huge difference to your colony. They have skills, as you can see. They're either good or bad at those skills. And then they have these flame things. 2 flames means that this person enjoys that skill and they increase at it faster. 1 flame means they also increase at it faster, but not as fast as 2 flames, right? A lot of people spend, in videos that I have seen, a lot of time creating their characters, naming them, choosing their backstory, their traits. They have traits which can be quite interesting, and some things they just can't do. See, this person can't cook, can't clean, and freaks out by scary things. All of that you can tweak with, but what I'm going to do for this game is just randomize each one and then just go with what we get. Here's the point at which it crashes. If it does, I'm just going to scream. Okay, it's Cobalt Z again on about the 40 millionth try to get this to work. Again, I repeat, I don't think it's the game's problem. I think it's my problem. The last thing was I got in here and it was working, and I hit F9 to turn fraps on. F9 was also set as the screenshot key, so it took away the HUD and I was unable to do anything. And then after quite a bit of swearing and rather unpleasant sounds coming from me, we're back. Okay, so before we go on, I want to just do something here. I want to look at my people. Remember, I randomly set these up. So what you see is, like, we'll take Jostein, Jossie, whatever his name is. A couple of interesting things. They have an age and then a chronological age. The difference is how many years this person was in cryo sleep, because this is futuristic, right? Here's his background. Some of that makes a difference, as you can see, like there. Deep Space Miner gives him a +7 to mining. His mining is really, really good, and his melee is good. Incapable of caring or social, so he's not going to be too great, because social, at least, is something most of your colonists need. He's a pessimist, so he's not got a great mood. but he can grow things. So in a lot of ways, he's a good character. He just, in many ways, he isn't. They wear certain things. One of the things I like to do is see what weapons, like he's a melee. So if they're like, there's a knife, I want to make him. I will do that now. Oh, I have to actually. This is how you. I can like see. This is food. I can keep it forbidden so that they can't use it. Sometimes that's a thing to do. For example, if you get visitors from other towns sometimes, and they just eat up all your food, which can be really annoying. So you can just forbid it. So I have to unforbid that knife with the F key, which is what I did. Now I'm going to just tell him, equip plasteel knife. Okay? While he does that, let's just take a look at this person. Incapable of carrying artistic cooking or plant work. This person's a cannibal. Well, that's quite interesting. So, not the best, but is a shooter and a constructor, I guess. Can't even fit to, actually cannot do some of those things. Now, what about Hugh here? They all start with kind of the basic gear. You can make some more later. Incapable of none, fortunately. Lazy, not that great. Mood has an interesting effect, which I'll talk about in a second. Can tolerate heat. That's good because I think we're in a hot biome. It's only 51. He likes melee, but he's not good at it. Okay, I guess I'll give the wacko here maybe the survival knife. Wacko, go pick up the survival knife, right? Oh, I want to look. Excuse me. So they have a health thing. You'll see this guy. They're optimistic about being here, etc. But he's a pessimist, which is -6. And then you'll see up here, total mood, and then these two lines: hard, mental break, and soft. This has to do with whether they break down or not. I've not actually had anyone break down. I assume if someone breaks down, then basically they don't function at all or very well. I'm just gonna un-F some of these things. Silver is useful, as far as I know, only for trading. I know there's an easier way to do this, but I just don't know what it is. I'm gonna un-F that. And I want to un-F this steel. We're going to need steel. Now, this next thing to do, so we got them kind of wandering, and I'm just un-F-ing things, which isn't the best way to say that, probably. I'm going to un-F a thing of food. Now, I just want to look around. Okay, see, there's a little room. That's not a bad place for them to start. What a lot of people tend to do, and what I have done, wow, there's not much in terms of digging, is there? Maybe this is a better place for us to go. There's 2 rooms and a little bit of room for digging. It's not too far away. Yeah, I think we'll go here. So you have a big menu over here. Right now what I want to do is do zone and do stockpile and just kind of drag that over here, and just you can set what you want in here. Like maybe you don't want food, you want food elsewhere, or you don't want body parts in here. Like I don't really want corpses in there. And then you can set kind of a priority. I'm just going to set that for generic, and theoretically then, oh, the other thing I have to look at, this is unfortunate. This is what I've seen in other videos where a person watching this video spends like 10 minutes and never sees any actual video. I don't like that. You can have this on automatic priorities. I like it on manual because you can set, like firefight is 4 because it's not something, it's not their main job, but it's something all of them should do if they have to. Oh, don't we have a doctor? Cannot doctor. Well, I guess you are number 1. Sorry, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. Wardening. I'll put a 1. Wardening has to do with prisoners, which we don't have yet. See, this is why... See, he can't do some things, so I'm going to make him a 1 there. This is why people tend to put a lot of time into choosing their skills. He would be a good hunter. I don't know if we need a hunter. Because sometimes you get not good skills and you end up kind of gimped. But that's part of the fun of this. In my opinion, this is the kind of game that... Sorry, I can't very well think and talk. This is the kind of game where dying is almost expected. You know, it's part of it. Who was the one who really liked that? I gotta look for that. Hauling, they should all call. Cleaning is not that important yet. And then research. Now that I have to actually look, I want to look at growing and mining right now for a second. I'm sorry, this is just really good miner. Okay, Holstein is gonna be our miner, our main miner. Who is that? That's Jossie. Yeah, let's put that up at... he's also our main digger, which is... Yeah, so I'm a little bit gimped, but that's actually okay. Now, growing... Who did I say was best at growing? Dang it. That's a 5 and likes it. Voss is a... can't do it at all. Hugh is a 7. Hugh's gonna be our planter then. Our grower. Yep, okay. That's alright for now. There's a bunch of other things up here. There are different factions you can be friendly or hostile with. We're not automatically hostile with the pirates, for example. This tracks your wealth and some other things. But that's not important right now. Now what should happen, and if it doesn't, I'm going to start telling them to, they should start hauling. Yeah, they're picking things up, so I'm going to un-F this so they can actually move all this stuff. Are they moving? Yeah, good, good, good. Now, see, someone, I want to take you. You can draft them, and then you can just tell them where to go. Hey, I'm telling you where to go. So drafting is useful if you're getting attacked, for example. I just want to see what, if anything, is in there. Actually, nothing. So now I go over here. The order screen, you can see, is where you tell them to mine, haul things, cut, harvest, chop wood, etc. Right now I want to claim this area for us. Okay, and now I want that person to go over there. Because one of the first things you see over here, there's like a list. Needs beds, hunter lacks weapon, build a room, right? And that's all important stuff that I need to take care of. What? I don't know. Now, so this one's not that bad. So what I want to do, furniture, we don't have much steel, so I'm just going to put some sleeping spots here. I'll probably just put them right next to each other. Okay, now you don't need to be that anymore. Go pick stuff up. See, and slowly they're hauling this stuff over here, which is then where we will use it. Now we need food. So I want to zone a growing area. What? Why can't I see that? Let's just go like 5 by 5. I don't know where it is. Can I see it? Don't see it for anything. I don't like that. Maybe it can't grow on sand. Maybe it has to grow on dirt. If it were there, I should be able to see it. Let's try one here. Just a small one. There we go. See, now I tell them what to plant. For now, just potatoes will be fine. That's too small, but... See, now the Hugh over here is eating. You can have hunters. So who is our hunter? Hold on. Joss Miner. I need to start mining too, and I'm gonna start mining. This is all steel. Steel is necessary for a lot of things, so I'm gonna start mining some of this. And then things just kind of move along. Build a room. Right. Okay, furniture. No, it's structure. So I'm just going to drop a steel door there. And then they will actually have... There we go. And this is just kind of how it goes. In a way, it's like a descendant of those old... That is not unowned. Oh, the beds are, right? Of the old, like, 1620 games, or 1602 maybe it was called. I don't know if you remember or played those, or it's like 1580 or something. There were like 3 or 4 of those. Or, you know, frankly, like SimCity or any of those. This is essentially just a city builder with the twist that they're colonists who have their spaceship has crashed, and so they have to live in this planet that they crashed on. Day and night cycles, as you can see, it's getting darker. Later on, I will show, I don't know if we'll get to any of this, I'll show you some of this, like production. There's a butcher's table you can make. And what that allows you to do, obviously, is if we had a hunter who killed this camel or dromedary, then the butcher, whoever is assigned to the butcher's table, actually I'll just make a butcher's table, alright? I don't think we have enough stuff at all, but then once you get that, there's a thing up at the top here that says bill, and you set up a bill for like butcher X number of animals or just butcher infinitely. And then when there's a dead animal, someone will carry it to the thing, and then whoever's doing the butchering will carry it there and cut it up, and then the food will end up getting stored. Now, that leads me to another issue that I need to think about. I might want to start building some steel walls just alongside here. Not too big. Because any food, any like raw food, needs to be refrigerated. And that's what that zone is going to be eventually. Now see, I can just make that stockpile. And then I say clear all. And then what I want them to put there is raw food, basically. That's pretty much all. And I can put hops there. I might. There, you see, they sleep. I don't know where the other one is. I know there's a still hauling. There is a mod I don't have, but I understand there is, that puts a little tab up at the top that has these guys' names on it. You can click and find out where they are. Now it's nighttime. I'll fast forward a little bit. I don't know why. I see a lot of people play these games on full speed. I don't know. To me, that would not be that fun. But now, see, the sun's coming up. They're going to get up and go carry more things. We have potatoes starting to grow here slowly. And this is just basically how it works. Let me show you some other things. So I showed you all that. Here's the steel doors and etc. There's a lot of furniture. These are sleeping spots that they're on that aren't comfortable, but they can sleep. Eventually you want to have actual beds, or there's like a royal bed. You want to build a table they can sit at and eat. You can build lamps. You can put sandbags down for security or turrets. I'm just going to run through. You can put different floors down. You ultimately, the end game basically is to try to make a ship and escape from the planet, more or less. There's the zone thing. You can see like there's a dumping zone where you can just dump stuff you don't want. I showed you this. Power. Now, we have solar generators. Those are nice, but obviously they only work when the sun is out. Wind turbine works as long as there's wind. And later on, you can research. I'll show you the research panel. We don't have the research thing yet, but you can research a bunch of things. A lot of people research hydroponics, so you can grow indoors. Brewing allows you to make beer for people. Geothermal power is the one that allows you to use geysers. Have I looked? Are there any geysers near here? Yeah, there's one. See, so that's not too far away. We could research that and then put a geothermal power there and run some conduit down here. And we'd be set. Any kind of system you have, batteries are really kind of handy because they will store power. Obviously, that's what batteries do. So, like if you use a wind turbine, a solar generator, they will store while these solar generators are on, and then when the solar generators go off because the sun is down, you can use battery power at least as long as it lasts, and etc. Miscellaneous, there's a sun lamp. Oh, you can grow crops. Yeah, I hadn't even seen that. Here's a comms console, which you can use to communicate with ships that fly overhead. Graves, yes, sometimes you need to build graves. There's decoration. There's temperature. This is an important one. The reason I built this right here for food is I'm going to throw a cooler on here once we get some power so that I can keep this refrigerated. Obviously, if you're in a cold biome, you need a heater in your living area to keep it warm, etc. And that is basically how this game works. So I hope you find this interesting. I may sometime do a quick video of my established game just to show you what a little bigger settlement looks like. And we've had some sort of catastrophes there, which might be interesting. Before I'm done, I want to just talk briefly about the health system, though, because I was going to do that and I never got back to it. The interesting thing about this health system, obviously they have all of these. This just is a reflection of how they're doing, food and rest, right? And this person's not injured. Let's see if I can find one who is. Is that the same person? Yeah, probably. Let's see if I can find one who has some kind of an injury. Nope, looks like they're all. I don't even know where my third person is. No, they have no injuries. But what happens? Sometimes just as things happen naturally. But for example, if you get attacked by pirates and you redraft them and they send them out and they fight, they can get shot. They can get injured. They can get eyes shot out. They can get arms or legs shot off, and etc. And obviously some of those injuries, and they will show here, and they impact how your person is able to do things. Like a leg injury will slow them down naturally. Some of the more severe injuries can be deadly, not surprisingly. And later on, there is I'm going to find it here in furniture. I think I have to maybe research it first. But you can research. Let me just check. Hospital bed. And what a hospital bed will do, once you research it and then build one somewhere, gives a greater chance that any operation that you do on one of your colonists is successful. And there's all kinds of operations. There's like grafting. You can add different replace body limbs and just all kinds of stuff I haven't got that far into yet, but sounds really fascinating. Anyway, this is Rimworld. Uh, a pretty interesting game. I like it. Actually, I like it a lot, and I've been playing it quite a bit. So, that's it. I'll see you later.